Okay, so another Photoshop tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to make this. It's a universe. So start with a new thing. Select your width for your pixels. Just make it 800 by 800. You'll get this. Layers. Just you know, it might not work with CS4, but with CS3 it probably will. So just create a new layer. You can uncheck that background layer because it's totally useless. You can delete it. So here's your main layer, and go up to gradient. Make sure it's this, and select diamond gradient, and put it in about the middle. Make sure those colors are the same, and do this. You'll get something like that. And yeah. So now you gotta go up to filter, and then distort twirl, set to 367, and hit OK. And you'll get this nice swirly thing. Now you can go up here and transform, then go to perspective and bring that down to about there. Make a nice little curve thing, hit enter, and there's a universe. So now you open up your layers, and you hit Control D, then click on this layer, then hit Control U, hit colorize, and set this to 199, and then 25 for saturation, 0 lightness. Hit OK, and you should have a nice blue universe. So, we can... Now you need a picture of some planets, and it's pretty difficult making one in Photoshop like this, so I'm just going to put this picture up on PhotoBucket, and you can download it. So, I'm going to copy that, Control-C, and paste it, Control-V, and you'll get that really shitty thing that looks like crap. So you have to go to Screen, and it still looks terrible, so take the eraser and just rough out all these edges. And, like, even around the planets, it's okay if you get the planets a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. Like that. Now take the Marquette tool and select the planets separately and move them out to, like, here. And, you know, so you get it more of a swirled. Oop. You don't want to do that. Just like that. Can move that one over down here. And, you know, that's basically it. Can take this one. It doesn't really matter, this is your decision. Hit enter, take the Marquette tool, right click, deselect. You'll have that. Now, but the rough edges are still really rough, so take your eraser tool again and go around it. Make a couple more times, it really doesn't matter. You know, get rid of all the blotchy stuff. And there's that. Now you gotta go to your brushes and select a star brush, about 70 pixels. Make sure it's selected shape dynamics and scattering, and bring this, it depends really. 16% will probably be good. So now create a new layer that is, there you go. And all you have to do there is go to the pen tool, which is right there, and start like going along these lines. Then right click, stroke path, make sure simulate pressure's on, set to brush, and it'll have this nice starry thing. Keep doing that with the pen tool a lot. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Hit enter to get rid of that, like, path. And try to, like, make it curved, don't make it too blocky. Like that first one, you can see how it's rough around the edges. Of course, you have the pause button, so you can just go back and do all this stuff much better than mine. And there's that. It's pretty simple like that. Set this to screen, that other layer, or perhaps lighten. It really doesn't matter, it's not going to make any difference. You can bring the opacity down a little bit, but yeah. So none of that really matters, the opacity. You can stop here, but you could, you know, make a new layer, and then fill it with your brush tool. It's the fill with bubbles pattern, that thing. So select foreground. Just, you know, back like that. Actually, edit. Make sure you make a new layer before you do that, or you'll get a crappy. And all you'll see is this. But that's not totally bad, because you can go up to filter, noise, add noise. Make sure it's set to monochromatic, Gaussian, 42%, preview, hit OK. And bring this other layer down, like the star layer, and you'll get that. If you bring that down, you gotta move the layers around. It took me a couple tries to get this perfect, but it's not entirely that difficult. Yeah, there we go. Oops. Okay, yeah, the star layer goes at the very bottom, and everything else should be above your universe layer. Like that. And the edges are a little bit rough. That is because of this. And I guess I could try to rough those out. Like that. You can just use the eraser tool. But, like, make sure it's still set to that brush pattern, then it gives it a nice texture feel. But yeah, that's about it. The first picture that I showed you is so much better. I did it better. This time was just really quick through. So you know what I mean. Okay, right there. Don't do that. But yeah, I'll put that picture up on PhotoBucket, and that's it for now.